So a few years ago, I bought my first Corvette C5. Not this one, but one just like it, except it had a silver roof. I should have never sold that car. Had about 1,200 miles on it. It was perfect, but it was one of those times where I was short on funds, and I thought selling that car was a quick and easy way to do it. Hindsight 2020, I just replaced it with one that has about 3 times the mileage. Needed a lot more cosmetic repairs, just a little bit more used, which is fine. Still a C5, one of my favorite Corvettes. I bought this one a couple months back. Actually, no, more than that, almost probably about a year ago. And having driven it for the last couple of weeks, one thing I've noticed that it has, this is new to me because my other one didn't have this, but it has, apparently it's pretty common, but that driver's seat and I guess the passenger seat will shift slightly upon accelerating or braking. It has a little maybe 1/4 inch slide or play into it that feels like the seat's like moving a little bit. Doing research online, again, it's apparently pretty common for the C5s to have this, so I did some research and I found this kit here that allegedly fixes that. So what I wanted to do today was see if I can figure this out and eliminate that little slide that's going on in my seats. I thought I would do them both because I'm sure if the driver's side's doing it, it's just a matter of time before the passenger side does it. This seems pretty straightforward. First thing I want to do is take off that roof so I have more access to it. Now what comes in the kit, just bought this off Amazon. The C5 and Z06 Corvette seat track repair kit, set of 2. One for the driver, one for the passenger. I don't know. I'm sure they're the same thing. Just I wasn't sure if it was a left or a right. Doesn't appear to be a cheap little Ziploc baggie. Here's the part number, in case you want to try this for yourself. Alright, it seems pretty basic. So let's see if I can follow these instructions. First, let me show you what I mean by it sliding. See that? So every time I accelerate or brake, brake, accelerate, it'll shift like that. First step, in front of the seats, you have this cover. You need to get this removed. This little pin right here. They make tools for this, but I don't have those tools. So here's a little screwdriver. Hopefully not ding it. See how that popped right out? What you're doing is you're just decompressing that. So this is able to get pinched a little bit. You pop that out, and this slides straight. You want to go up because there's a tab right there. You don't want to break off of here. Then you got the same thing on this side. And they do make prying tools for this. Probably be better than the screwdriver. That works. Same thing, and then you just slide this off. Next thing I want you to do is take a 15mm socket and remove these 2 bolts. One on the left, one on the right. One on the right. I'm going to move the seat all the way forward. And I'm going to flip this switch up here. That allows me to move the seat even more forward. Not sure if it'll stay. There she goes. Then we have 2 more bolts, 15mm on the back side here. Next it says put it roughly in the middle and bring it up. Because there's a harness right here that we have to disconnect. Right down there, see that little harness? Wants us to disconnect that. I don't want to scratch anything. Man, that was a pain in the butt. I'll show you what I did. Should be free. Sweating. So I had 2 harnesses to disconnect. This blue one and this black one, and then there's these little plastic like rivet screw things I had to pull or pop out of this middle hole and this hole, and this ends up, it was in here kind of like this, like that. And yeah, so the harnesses just sat in just like that. So when you do it, take out these little deals. Anyway, got 2 harnesses. Now's a good time to vacuum that too, I guess. That should have been the hardest part, I believe. Okay, they give you all the tools needed to do this in the kit. From what I understand, remove these two. They're really short. And you remove one right here, bigger one. Let me show you. Right here on the back side. That one's on there. A little bit of leverage helps. So you remove this guy, and that allows us to move this back, and we have this little rod to take out. Also, when you guys put this back in, you want to make sure that these two holes right here line up with this piece. You can be anywhere on the track with that, but anyway, I'm taking out this little rod right here. This little guy comes up and out. Look at that, something was in there. It's causing that shifting is this. Yeah, look what's in that. I don't know if there was spacers in there before, but it's that little shifting that's causing the seat to slide. It's on both sides too. So I think it's about not quite in the middle. Thread that out. This piece out. Alright, let's clean this up a little bit. And whatever was in there is totally gone. Deteriorated. Look at this. See that? Bits of, maybe it was plastic before. Whatever it was in there, it's gummy now. So these just slide right in. Doesn't appear to be a top or a bottom. One on either side. This one with a little bit more resistance. Looks pretty good. Let's thread this back on. It's about like that. Okay, I'm going to slide this back in here. Only goes one way, I believe. Take our little screws. It's just a little snug for now. Before I go too far ahead of myself. Should that have gone in first? I feel like that should have gone in first, like reverse order. Let's do that. Let's take out these. Let's find that this hole lines up. Maybe I put this screw in before put in this rod. Let's try that. Okay, so I took out that rod. Now I'm able to thread this in. I'll come back here, see if I got enough room to put this rod in, which I'll tell you already I don't. So I gotta take that thing back out. That's why. Before I didn't have it going through this little spot there. So let me reverse that one more time. Learn from my mistakes. So before you put this back bolt on, you want to make sure that this rod right here goes all the way through this spot here, and then you attach this rod as well. Otherwise you're gonna have to redo it like I just did. Then you come in and you tighten down this big bolt, which I have misplaced. This was on there pretty tight. Back as tight as it was. So double check. Got that tight. Got that little rod in there. And then you come back, you line this up so those two holes are lined properly. Come in here, put on your last two bolts, and I believe that's done. All those is two little spacers that need to be replaced. And this should have no play compared to this. So that's solid, the whole seat's moving. That one's still good. So this will be the end result. Alright, that's that. Let me do the other side real quick, and we'll move on to the passenger side. I don't even know if the passenger side is bad, but we'll do it anyway since I'm here. Remove these two. This one's a little tricky because of this, which I don't want to remove. There she goes. Once you get it loose enough, it'll come out with your fingers. Slide this back. This will slide all that, and then pull out this little rod. Like so. Oh yeah, see that wiggle? What was in there is just destroyed. One's missing, and one is pretty wrecked. So let's see what was in there. Looks like it was a little rubber piece. Oh, look at that. There's a whole, like, grommet thing in there. That deteriorated. I've never seen one of these. Maybe the rubber breaks down over time. That came out in one piece. I don't need to actually do much cleanup at all. Hopefully these things last a lot longer. That one went in much easier. So this is what went bad. A little rubber washer style grommet deal. Put that back on. I'm a professional at this now. Like exhausts, I could do it as a service. Throw this one back in, and then the driver's seat is done. There she goes. Just pushing this through that little spot again. Alright, that's in there. Last two, just line this up, and we'll be done. Alright. Solid. Not scratching anything. Okay. Alright. Now I should be able to drop this seat right in. Cool. I didn't clean underneath it. Oh well. Solid. Love it. Alright, so that's one. I'll do the other one off camera. That didn't take me too long, maybe half an hour. Not bad. I'm sweating. Before I do that, passenger side actually, come check this out. So the guys and I, Pa and a bunch of the boys, been working on this prop. This is something I drew up. I drew up another one last week, by the way. It's going to be really badass. You guys are going to love it. This one I drew up a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to have it be more of a photo shoot or like an entrance to the haunt that we put on. It's getting there. It's almost done, and it's really cool seeing it kind of come to life. So check. I'll give you guys a little preview. Those Halloween fans, check this out. Boom! We got to paint this still, or stain it actually, and that's about it. This one's pretty much done. We had this sign made for us, custom. It's a metal sign. Pa and I have been doing this since about 2010, so we wanted to put some emphasis on that. But this is backlit. There's 3 lights down here that we put in yesterday, and they shoot up at this back wall that we're going to end up texturing this with. I don't know if you can see, but it looks kind of like stone in there. That's what this whole pillar is going to look like, stone monuments when we're done with it. Actually, yeah, not stained. This will be painted different shades of gray with some like texture to it. You guys may have seen it in the previous video. And then we're going to make some fences that'll separate the guy from the crowd, of course. So it's like he's coming out of a grave, but he does his little thing that goes back and forth, front and back, and laughs and hollers. And so what do you guys think of this? This will be our entrance prop. I think it's pretty cool with the Welcome to PaFur haunt all backlit. Stay tuned for more videos for Halloween stuff. Again, this one that I drew up last week, I think you guys are really gonna like. It incorporates the witch, which is the original one. And we got some new ones here that I haven't even seen yet. These are 2 new from Distortions. And this is actually gonna be incorporated in that one I designed too. All right, well, I wish I had filmed the passenger side, because that one was much easier. There's one less harness, didn't have the steering wheel in the way. Took me maybe 15 minutes tops. But I got the top back on, and she is good to go. Well, that was the quick Corvette C5 track repair kit for the seats that shift ever so slightly. It also helps that the passenger ones were still pretty much intact. I'm sure I'm late to the game. This is a pretty old car, and I know there's lots of videos out there for it, but I hope you guys found that informative and helpful. I'll end this video here. Glad it's done. As always, appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.